Good afternoon, my friends. Today we're doing UFO Mystery, Jack Perrin, Chapter 22, Cases of Teletransportation. And we're listening to Angina Deep edition with Luttrell. Okay, so guys, these cases that follow, though sometimes not very extraordinary in their details, maybe because the essential of the incident has stayed in the memory of the victims, causing some sort of hypnotic suggestion. Uh, they still do have a good importance because they bring the following proof about these UFO occupants.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked here, honestly. I'm shocked. You just want us to come in here and take whatever you want to throw at us. Is that what it is?
Okay,
Pile.
so the first proof is that dislocation of people and sometimes vehicles to considerable distances in certain cases in very time record, very quick. Hello Moon, good morning. Hope you're doing well. We're doing UFO Jack Perrin today, sister. The second proof is known by hypnosis. We know this because the victims came back from the abductions and they told what they saw. But how many cases are still in obscurity and still haven't been told to the major public? Many. And because people don't want to be taken as fools, or even why they didn't come back. Some of them probably didn't come back because they didn't want to be taken as fools. But we won't say that many probably committed suicide and had maybe an accident or just died in the process. Some of the readers could remember the famous case of Gallipoli, where in August of 1915, very long time ago, guys, a body of soldiers, English soldiers, was seen entering a thick cloud very close to the ground, and they were never seen again. Not even seen by the Turks, not even by the American English compatriots. So guys, if Dogman is here, if Tennessee is here, he's been to Turkey, so maybe he could have talked with some of these people about this story. Rose Jennings, good to see you, sister. Yeah, that was a long time ago, but Tennessee, on our interview that we talked, he was in Turkey, and he could maybe know some sons and daughters of someone that knew this story and can maybe shed some light on better details. Okay, so these are some of the known cases analyzed by FSR of London and their correspondents, mostly in America, South America. So they talk about two doctors in Brazil and a doctor in someone in Argentina, three researchers for the UFO themes. Sunny Stormy, good to see you, sister. Hope you're doing well and you're awesome kitties. I seen you at Sarah the other day. I hope you're doing well, my awesome sister. And her show was interesting. I liked the guys she had there. Oh, thank you, Sunny. I'm very late on my comments, but I will keep a mind tag on you, sister, and your wonderful kitties. Safe drive, brother, Dogman. Okay, so basically, they're talking here about many researchers on Argentina, England, and they want to keep anonymous for now. He's saying these cases are extracted by the FSR bulletin from March of 1965, 1968, 1970, sorry, 1971, February, 1973 and May of 1973. Okay, so all these years. So we're gonna talk with. Wow, guys, this is. I'm not sure if they're wrong, but it says that this first case that they're talking was on the morning of 25th of October of 1593. Okay, I hope they're not wrong because this is freaking. Oh no, it is. Okay. 1593, guys. So this is on the time of the conquistadors in Spain. So a Spanish soldier arrived suddenly at the Mayor Plaza at Mexico City, big center in Mexico City. He had his emblem on his regiment on that moment, and he was keeping the city of Manila in the Philippines. It was more or less about 9,000 miles from the other side of the Ocean Pacific from Mexico City. So can you see, guys, this was like 14,000 kilometers, maybe like 10,000 kilometers on the other side of the Pacific. What was the reason of the soldier appearing in Mexico City? In truth, himself didn't know. The only thing that he knew was that suddenly he was in Mexico City and not in Manila. But he also knew something, guys. He said that His Excellence Don Gomez Perez Desmarinas has died. This rumor spread rapidly through the capital of Mexico. The authorities. So basically, he had been teleported from the Philippines to Mexico City, and he had a message. He had a message that this great man, Don Gomez Perez Desmarinas, had died. So the Mexican authorities jailed him straight away as a deserter from the guarnition of Manila. So basically, the Mexico City was a colony from Spain, maybe, probably at the time, and they were in the Philippines, keeping, the colonization. So they jailed him because he was a deserter from the guarnition of Manila. though they found strange that the soldier had made a journey so big without even ruining his suit. The time passed and okay, so I'm just gonna do a little break to say hello to Nez. Hello, awesome sister. Good to see you. Hope you're doing better as well. Hi, Homestead. Good to see you. Big hug to your awesome doggy. I can see him here. Okay. Julie Farnham. Good to see you. Always nice to see a new face. Daryl Calhoun. Big hug, my brother. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so basically, okay, so I'm gonna put the book. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Oh, I can even stretch. Look, guys. My neck is already starting to kill me a little bit. Okay, so they thought it was strange that he did a big journey without ruining his suit. Um, all the time the soldier was in jail, there were necessary long weeks that the news would arrive by ship through the normal route that would come from Spain and then pass in Manila and then ending up in Acapulco in Mexico. So guys, can you see the big journey that these guys were doing? Poor authorities, guys. They must have been very puzzled. Terry, brother, good to see you. Lisa, hello. Hope you're doing good. Hope you guys having a good morning and a good afternoon and a good evening. Blah blah blah. After Acapulco, the news should still take the messenger routes through the Big Sierra and the Valley of Mexico. Suddenly, Mexico City was full of news. Your Excellence Don Gomez Perez de Marina, the governor of Felipe II in the Philippines, had been murdered by a group of rebels when he was preparing to leave for a military expedition against the Moluccas. Other than that, it had been murdered on the same day that the same mysterious soldier of the garnison of Manila had appeared at the Plaza Mayor in the Mexico City. The Supreme Saint Court of the Inquisition, always alert against um, things that could be seen as witchcraft, they took the men at their care. However, the soldier would still affirm that he didn't know how he'd traveled to Manila from Manila till Mexico. The only thing that he could tell is that everything that happened. Meanwhile, the devil was rubbing his eye. So that's what this is, an expression, guys, that we say. So it happened very quickly. Meanwhile, the Inquisition ordered that the man was sent to Manila to continue his questionings. It's certain that all testimonies were unanimous, where they affirmed that the soldier had been at the service at the 24th of October 1593 in the city of Manila, the same way that it was proven that in the next morning he was at the Plaza Mayor in Mexico City, 14,000 kilometers distance. Let me just say hello quickly. Henry, good to see you. Okay. There's still actually um, data that prove the authenticity of the facts. However, the chronics in order of Saint Augustine and the Dominicans and also a book written by Dr. Antonio Morga, the Supreme Court judge in the New Spain audience. The uh, the only tag that we can put only in this case was that uh, was the mentioning of the teleportation. So basically, they're talking that it's teleportation because it was kind of a closing of an opening of an eyes, you know. In other cases, the victims remember that they have been dragged on board of a flying saucer and that they had been dropped off in very far away places. This is another case in 1959. A very important man of business in Argentina. He was coming back from the south to the south after a visit to Buenos Aires. He stopped on the way home. He stopped on a hotel in Bahia Blanca with intention of following his journey on the next day. The next morning, he got in his car that he had bought a little while ago. He was getting away from the hotel when he had a conscience that a cloud was involving completely his car. Later on, he noticed that he lost his sense and that he was alone, without a car, in a desert field. Then he saw a big truck coming on his direction, and he made a signal to stop and asked the driver that would give him a ride to Bahia Blanca. The driver, very surprised, answered him that he wasn't going to Bahia Blanca because the city that he was living was Salta and that Bahia Blanca was more than 1,000 kilometers distance. In reality, it was 1,115 kilometers southeast of Salta. The man of business looked then to the clock and he noticed with big surprise that it was only past a few minutes since he left Bahia Blanca. Completely astonished, he jumped into the truck and sat next to the driver. And then he would go and give himself to the authorities to make them a full report of what happened. The authorities, also completely dumbfaced, with the story, they called the police in Bahia Blanca and they gave the names of the plates of the car and made a description of the man of business. A little while later, the police of Bahia Blanca, also nervous, called them to say that the car was at the door of the hotel with the motor still working. Guys, this is proof, guys. This is the special detail when the car is still working. This is like big. This is big proof, guys. Um, they also say that Mexico looks very prolific for cases of teletransportation when we find identical cases in all parts of the world. But they do seem to be happening more in Mexico, they say. They go for another case here in 19th of November on 1963, a little bit after 8 hours in the morning. In morning, Mr. Kinoshita He's a director of a succursal in the Bank of Tokyo in Kashinka. He was driving in his car along the valley of Fujishiro. He had just crossed the cities of Matsudo and Koshiba through the road of Mito. He was arriving to the heart of Ryogozaki. Okay, it's a bit northeast of Tokyo. Wait a second, guys. Just a second, guys. Okay, guys, so with him, there were two more passengers. One of them was Mr. Salto, subdirector of the bank where he worked, and the other one was a client from the same bank. After they passed a place called Kenemazi, they saw another automobile on their behinds, about 150 meters. That was following on the same direction. This car was black and a very known model, a Toyo Pet New Crown, a car from Tokyo. Unfortunately, they couldn't decipher the plates of this car by any of the ones on the car in front. So this car getting closer to them from behind, there was someone, a man with a certain age, that looked like he was reading a journal, and he was sitting on the back seating on the left side. Suddenly, sort of how can I say this? Kind of a buffer in a sort of a thick matter. Sorry, in a sort of a vapor matter. You know, like a water vapor, like a white smoke, seemed to involve the dark black car, and straight away the cloud disappeared, and after a few seconds the vehicle disappeared as well. Because they didn't have the plates of the car, they thought that it wouldn't be possible to refine the car and their occupants. This happening came from a journal in Japan on the 4th of March of 1964. The article said that the case had been explained from what it had been an hallucination, but the three witnesses refused on this explanation. So it seemed to be kind of they were telling the people they were loony, you know. There was a similar aspect connecting all the three cases before. They all mention a white cloud, mysterious, involving a car or people. This detail also surges with another case, one of the most cases and also one of the most well-documented cases of teletransportation. We have to print this, that this adventure filled the first pages of one of the main journal diaries in Argentina. Our sources of the information were Diaries La Razón, Buenos Aires, 3, 4, and 5 of June 1968, and Le Cordoba, published in Cordoba 4 and 5th of June 1968. So guys, you can check this if you want. Also, the personal communications of our investigators through our sources, are true. And at the end of the month of May of 1968, a very known lawyer of Buenos Aires called Gerardo Vidal uh, made himself represent, along with his wife, Senora Rafa de Vidal, on a reunion of family on the city of Chas Cosmos, situated about 120 kilometers south of Buenos Aires. Also, having abandoned the reunion a little bit before midnight, they decided to go to Maipu, a little city situated 150 kilometers of Chascos- Co- Chascomús, where they had friends and relatives. They were riding on the National Road number 2, and at their front there was another automobile, a couple that also had parents on this town of Maipu. This couple arrived at Maipu without incidents, but Vidal didn't. His missing starting to provoke big worries among the parents and friends. The other couple came back looking for them until Chascomús, waiting until they found them without any success, and they came back to Maipu without having found any signs, not even the car or the occupants. Very weird, guys. So, 48 hours later, about after the disappearance of this couple, it was received at the residence of their family, their relatives in Maipu, a call from the consulate of Argentina, from the city of from Mexico. So, guys, the consulate of Argentina received a call from the city of Mexico, 6,400 kilometers of distance from what Dr. Gerardo Vidal was informing that everything was alright, and that and that on the next day he would arrive at the airport of Buenos Aires. Just as predicted, him and his wife arrived on the airport of Beziza, and they were received by their friends and parents. The lady Vidal that was taken directly from the airport to a private clinic to recover herself from the nervous shock. That from this time, Dr. Vidal told his family, completely dumbfaced, the weird adventure that they had passed. Guys, I'm shivering completely, guys. I hope you're too. So now let's go to the what Dr. Vidal says. He says that when they were leaving the suburbs of Chascomús on the night of their disappearance, there was a thick cloud that surged suddenly in front of them, and from that moment they couldn't remember of their next 48 hours. Guys, I'm gonna make a quick stop here. Guys, do you remember on my UFO reports when I told you that the mother of a big friend of mine, once she went to her garden at her house and she looked to the sky and she saw a very thick cloud moving towards her, quite low, and straight away she got the shivers and got scared and ran inside her house. You remember that? So guys, keep that lesson in mind so that you don't get teleported or abducted, okay guys? Because when she told me the story, she said that she was really afraid, okay guys? Let's go back. When they recovered their consciousness, it was already morning, and the car, with still them inside, was parked in an unknown place. None of them was wounded, but both of them felt a pain in the base of their neck. A similar impression like that what you feel after you have slept a lot of hours uncomfortable. Dumbfaced and confused, they got out of the car and they noticed that the surface of their car was burned like it had suffered some heat from a blowtorch. However, the motor was in perfect order of march. They turned their car again and they drove on these unknown roads between landfill places that it wasn't habitual for them and they didn't remember from their country. They found some people and they asked them about where they were, always hearing the same answer: Mexico. The clock had stopped. The clock had stopped. Um, but with the help of a calendar, they got to the conclusion that they were out of their country for about 48 hours. Finally, they went to the consulate of Argentina in the city of Mexico, where they identified themselves and they were able to call the family of Melpu in the province of Buenos Aires. At the consul, Senor Rafael Lopez Pellegrini asked them that they would keep complete silence about the subject until the authorities could make a full and rigorous report. The car was a Peugeot 403 and was sent to the United States to do studies scientific, and the Vidal received in exchange another vehicle from the same model. So guys, you can see that you Americans, you got the car. Why did it went to America? So guys, straight away, Mexico sent the car to America for further scientific studies. So guys, you can see that everybody believed the stories. Maybe back then, long time ago, people were even nicer and believed in people much more than they do now, you know? Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. South America is amazing. I think that's why the aliens love being there, because they like the underdeveloped spirit, you know, culture. Okay,
Well, well, stress because you're introducing different DNA that you may not have coded actually had it.
let's go back, guys.
Just like you're not getting this until you change your code.
The Vidals received in exchange a same car on the same model. Now we go to the curtain of silence, guys. On this case, just like as others, there's a big wall of silence that immediately fell over this happening. Just as much as 2 days later, the public notary Martins Rabellini that we have been talking all about the moment declared to the reporters of the journals that he didn't know about any phone call coming from the city of Mexico, and he assured that him and his family had never heard of the family's Vidals. And guys, this family was like very known, guys. They were like doctors, right? He was a doctor, guys. So straight away they were trying to put the doctors away. Very evil people, guys. I was gonna say an insult, so I won't. Yeah, fracking, sad people there. But this notary, he committed three huge flagrant mistakes. Was that the family Rabellini is apparented by the Vidal, and in first place, their own sister, the lady Rabellini, she lives in the city of General Piron, another city of the province, not very far away, and she's also a parent of the wife of Dr. Vidal, and another sister that they had talked to friends about the phone call. And in third place, the lady Maria Elala Rabarini, she has an aunt of the notary that also had confirmed, along other testimonies, very well known about the story of teletransportation from the Vidals to Mexico. Therefore, the journalists couldn't stop talking about this significant point. So basically, the notary tried to lie, but they messed with people that had family all around them, and they even had family of the notary that already had talked about the case. And that phone call special because the phone call is the big proof, guys. You can see it's the proof in courts that you can say this call happened and we got the proof. And if you got the proof that he was on the hotel on one night and on 2 days later he was there, although guys, if you think about it, 2 days later it's enough time for the car to be put inside, a truck and be transported to Mexico City and then be torched. But it still doesn't explain the story of the cloud, um, and the two people being completely in PTSD after this happening. Okay, so we're gonna end this case here, the chapter 22. And to finalize, we're also going to refer to certain points that during the night that the Vidals disappeared mysteriously, a man gave entrance to the hospital of Maipu, uh, to the treatment, to a medical treatment. This man said that he was driving on the National Road 2, where a strange mist r- raised suddenly, and that he felt projected, leaving him very shaken and undisposed, like very not feeling good. But the case of the Vidals had much more details that were equally mentioned by the experience of the Barney and Betty Hill on the 19th of September of 1961. The first details close to the Betty Hill is that Dr. Vidal says that the surface of his car had weird marks, just like they had been burned by a blowtorch, and the hills also said that equally they had noticed there were some mysterious circles on the front hood of their car. Secondly, guys, hope you're enjoying. This is plenty interesting. Tell me if you're enjoying, guys. Okay, give me thumbs up and tell me something. Um, Secondly, the watches of the Vidal were they had stopped, just like the couple of Hill, the Betty Hill couple, and the Vidal couple didn't know. This is the second point about the watches. And the third point is that the Vidals didn't know that it had passed 48 hours, as we suggest, through psychotherapy and hypnosis. It is possible to discover what is kept on the subconscious of them, just like Barney and Betty Hill did. These conditions, the details, if they are not revealed by the Vidal, they can constitute a proof that a better evidence of similar cases. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. What do you think, guys? Loving it, guys. Guys, we're gonna do a little break, okay? Oh my god, this is wonderful. I'm just gonna have a little. Oh, the music stopped. No, I see. Okay, we're gonna put this on here. Wonderful, guys. This mist. Be careful, guys, with the mist, because this mist. You know the movie The Fog. These people get these ideas somewhere, guys, and they get them from real stories. Wonderful, guys. Okay, guys, so you're gonna grab coffee with me, okay? Carrie, sister! We're having a coffee. Stickman Outdoors. Terry Brother, Jamaican. Oh my god, I'm so late on the comments. On Tim Windsor. Derek Brother. Okay, guys, I think I got you all. Terry B, do I see Terry B? There he is. And Tails, big hugs, brother. Tim, good to see you. Wonderful, guys. Let's have the coffee. Guys, what an interesting story, guys. Wonderful. Damn, that was good. What do you think, guys? Didn't you think that was awesome, this story? No, you do twerking, Derek. Show us your twerking. Okay, guys, look. The machine is ready to rock. Let me just check if there's water. Yep, there's water. And guys, never always remember why have sugar when you can have honey, guys. Why have sugar if you can have honey? Remember that, okay? Okay, guys, want some? Want some rosin, Derek? Want some rosin, Derek? I'll give you my rosin if you want. There you go. Here you go, Derek. Have a little bit of my rosin. Wait a minute, guys. Silver Crest, guys. I have this machine for sale because I have another one stored. It's called Philips espresso machine, and it grinds the coffee. It does everything, guys. But this one here was given to me, but I'm selling it. But I do like to use it. I had before I had like before I had the Nespresso machine, but I don't like I like the Nespresso coffee, but I don't like the you know those things. I don't like them. I prefer the espresso with honey and a little bit of milk as well. Let me check if I have. Actually, I do not have any one. I won't have any milk. Alright, wonderful, guys. I'm feeling quite better now because my neck was a bit it's the reading, guys. The reading screws my neck. That's why I don't read. I'm more of a listener. Bud Files, good to see you. Big hugs, brother and sister. Big hugs to your family. Okay, guys, we're just gonna go. Wonderful, guys. We're gonna go to the outdoor area, guys. Okay, guys, so we're gonna look at the sky a little bit. Oh, wonderful, guys. It's a little bit strange, but so it's almost sunset, guys. Jojo, awesome sister. Jamie, big hugs, my awesome brother. I don't hear the magpies today. Oh, look at that plant over there. Look at that tree, guys. That one there, look. Do you know what tree is that? We call that tree magnolia. Magnolia. And it's a white magnolia, and it's starting to give its flowers, guys. Awesome, guys. Let's go to Andy Decode's lair. Mark's Adventures, good to see you. Jojo, we have a few magnolias here. We have a purple, we have white. I'm not sure if we have a pink as well. Hold me close, but let me go. Guys, it's been raining a lot last night, so today I think we're gonna have a little bit of a calm day, so I can turn my fireplace back on today. Can you see that leaf of palm tree fell on top of my plum tree? Safe drive, brother Terry. Is that what it means, Terry? Interesting. Close your eyes, hold me close. So guys, please keep your eyes on the sky, guys, because my wife, she saw a triangle shaped something in the sky the other day, and it wasn't moving. The clouds were moving, but the object wasn't moving, guys. I still haven't been able to ask her for the drawing because she's always working, guys. She has, and the time she has off, I want her to rest. So maybe on the weekend I'll ask her to draw, or maybe draw to me, and I'll try and complete it for her. Okay, guys, we're gonna do one more chapter, and then we'll leave the live stream. What do you think, guys? One more story? I live in mainland in the north, Mark. That's it, Mark. We got a lemon tree over there. Can you see some lemons? A second. Can you see the lemons there? That's a loris tree, guys. Plenty of loris over there. If you want loris, here I got loris. I give loris away, guys. Aru. Okay, so hopefully we will have a few days of non-rain so I can make my fire. There's a lot over there for the fire, guys. Dougie Doug, good to see you, brother. Let's go, my people. Nice ones, guys. Guys, we're gonna go soon to the mine, to the water mine, granite mine. That I have the feeling that the lady could be there. I hope not. Either way, we'll be going there soon. I just have to. It was my wife was calling me, Derek. Dinner, dog man. Love you, brother. Big hug. Okay, guys, this case here, this case, we have images. So I'll show you the image right now, okay, guys? Okay, can you see that strange shrimp-like face? So expect something like that now, okay, guys? So the case now. Oh, wait a second. Guys, we are exactly on the middle of the book. Look. Exactly on the middle of the book, guys. Exactly on the middle. So this case is called Dragged by Outer Space Beings. Dragged. Sorry. The burp had to go out. It was a coffee burp, you know, after coffee. It's important. This burp cannot stay in. Guys, I'm starting to take coffee. Yesterday I took my first one at night, and today I took my one after lunchtime. Just so that I can work a little bit better with you guys. You can feel I'm much more awake now. Okay, so this story is translated by a journal on the 30th of December of 1971 by Mario Diaz and Gilson Barreto. So it starts with, he says this: the red light and blue of the lamps that these weird creatures brought on their hands blinded me. The doors of my car opened alone, and I felt like I was projected in the direction of the flying saucer. So he seems to be picked up by a being, you know? The men, they were more or less 1 meter height and looked like people from the north. And they say they allude to the indigenous of the Amazon, the north of Brazil. Okay? So this was in Brazil. They didn't touch me until the moment that when I got to the entrance of the door, I reacted. And during the struggle, I felt a few wounds just before I was conducted into the interior of the device. This is an extract um, of what he said. Sorry, of what an a federal operator of writing machines, Paulo Caetano da Silva, 23 years old, made at the delegation of Itapiruna. He affirms that he had been abducted by the crew of a non-identified object. They made him do a flight of approximately 1 kilometer. After then, they abandoned him near his automobile. This happening took place between 7:30 and 8 o'clock at night. Half an hour later, he had a new apparition on the same way. They brought lanterns on their hands. My watch on my wrist stopped, and I lost notion of time. I felt projected on the moment that I felt projected at the moment that I found myself at the BR-40. Uh, More or less where there is a bridge of Carangola. From the disc, there came two small people, a little bit bizarre, and with their lanterns, they made me go up at a height of 50 meters and only let me go down when a car was getting close to us. They disappeared straight away the same mysterious way, and I was helped by this approximating car, people on this car. This time, who talks is a box builder who travels, Benedito Miranda. He lives in Cataguases, and he was following the road that connects Natividade to Itaperuna. During a period of time, he says that he floated in space and that he couldn't have the least smallest reaction. He says it's the flying saucers. Literally, it's the flying saucers. They show themselves and then they disappear. In Itaperuna, life transformed completely because of this. The judge Antonio Sampaio Perez, the farmer Paulo Cesar Pavon, and Dr. Clebilon Silva, as well as the two men that we just talked about, can be described by hundreds of people that saw flying saucers flying the city of Itaperuna in Brazil. The local commerce increased significantly with their business, and in consequence, the visitors increased as well, coming from the diverse points of the country, attracted by the fantastic reports and welcome proved about the existence of the UFO. And between them, there were a lot of researchers specialized in the study of UFOs. For some, it's just the end of the world. For others, Itaperuna is a city predestined to receive the visitors from space. For during this time, the police that couldn't do anything else limited themselves to register the facts in the impossibility of dedicating to investigations. So basically, they didn't really want to take much investigations, but they took note of it. Except on what we except in respect when we talk about the light that blinds, the already known fact of the proximities of industry on the province of Rio de Janeiro. It was reported that a ray of fulminating light was sent from a flying saucer on the number 25 of spatial phenomenon of these journals. We can establish a relation between the flying saucers and these blinding lights. Happy cooking, awesome sister Carrie. Big, really nice to see you. Big hug, and please watch out when you're driving on the wrong side, okay, sister? And take care to you and your family. And come back anytime, okay, sister? You're always welcome. Anyone is always welcome. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the blind. The technician of the writing machines, Paulo Caetano Silveira, 23 years old, he was very excited with the visit of this visit. Still very shocked by it. He related his sighting when we did our report. He went to a doctor's to examine him, and the doctor said that he was a perfectly normal psychic state man, no previous antecedents on revealing any psychosis or anything mind relating. He was driving his Vemagueti with the plates license RJHA3064. What's your number, Skies? 3045. This plate number is 3064. Very close. Only one number missing. 3 the same, 0 the same, 6 is different, and 4 is the same as the one before, so quite close. He was driving on the road connecting Natividade to Itaperuna when he noticed that he was being followed by a flying object non-identified. It was in the shape of, it was dark, and he didn't give much importance because he thought it was the shadow of one of the trees, but suddenly that shadow acquired a luminous intensity and his car stopped mysteriously without him having stopped or braked. For a few seconds he was dumbfaced with his mouth open, shaking of scare in the presence of this monster static in front of him, that it was irradiating lights, colored and intermittent. The door of this mysterious object opened, and 3 homunculus that had teared eyes and a flat forehead, very similar to the indigenous of the north. They had about half a meter height, so very short. There was a total silence. This operary, he once in a while he interrupted the report because he started to cry, and he says, I swear that I thought on my wife Clarindo Caetano Sales, that is pregnant of 9 months, waiting for our first son. I don't know why, if it's or not a reaction, a natural reaction. I grabbed to the problem that mostly worried me most. The light was blue and red, and the lanterns incited over him, and I felt attracted. Then the little man came on my direction, and without pronouncing a word, they dragged him to the ship. He suffered a few little wounds and a few grabbing marks, so dark stains on his arms. They were very strong, and I was taken until the interior of the device. Inside, I was petrified. I couldn't even open my eyes. They didn't talk, they limited themselves to inspect my body and my suit. They took a long time, just like I was an animal, not a normal animal, not a vulgar animal. The blue red light was projected to my eyes, and I was completely blind. I couldn't see or hear anything. I lost notion of time. But then the flying saucer dislocated himself in space. He felt it, at least a kilometer. Afterwards, it came round, and they abandoned him next to his car. He felt a noise, a signal that they had left. Corey's Magnet, good to see you, brother. Hope you guys are enjoying. I'm enjoying it a lot, guys. This book, each story I'm enjoying more because it's going on different areas of the subject, guys. We learning, guys. We learning. I'm telling you that. I can tell you I knew a lot of this, but I can tell you that maybe I didn't know like 40 or 35%, and that's a lot, guys. Okay, so blinded by the lantern lights, and I couldn't drive. He tells that he heard a noise of a car. This was being driven by a doctor. He stopped immediately to help him. The mechanic told him that everything and told that he was blind and he couldn't drive his vehicle. He asked if there was anyone that could drive his car, but the doctor said that he only knew how to drive his car, promising meanwhile he would go to the city and ask for help. During that lapse of time, another vehicle appeared with three passengers. One of them went to the wheel of that truck of that man that was blinded and drove him to hospital in Itaperuna, where Dr. Munir Busad conducted, sorry, took care of him. So Paulo reconstructed again the story and went to the delegation of the police to talk to Inspector Gilberto Gomes da Silva. What happened? He put him straight away in contact with the commissionary, Ayrton Bucas. He says, they introduced something in my head, he says. Listen, guys. With the intuition of changing my personality. Either way, for a question of safety, I asked my wife, I sent my wife to my father's farm because I'm afraid of being submitted to another crisis provoked by what the man introduced in me. So the doctor says that Paulo was in a very excited state. His pulse was abnormal, not to talk about his face that looked like a different color. However, The doctor guaranteed that the man was in perfect psychological equilibrium and didn't have any moments, any sign of mental debility. So, guys, do you see that? How, whenever you guys talk about that, the first thing that they do is tell you to send you to doctor, and the first place they take you is to a mental doctor. Do you think how do you really can you see how this works, guys? Basically, they don't know what to do, so they send you to a psychologist, you know? That's it basically. Nice, Derek, I like that. Guys, just listen to me. Stay away from that fentanyl poison, guys. That's not worth trying, not even once, guys. You don't throw yourselves off the bridge more than once, you just throw yourselves once. So that's why you don't throw yourselves. So don't take that shit, because fentanyl, guys, you're giving money to the Chinese mafia. Do you really want to help them? So, guys, I'm talking to the world, okay? I'm not talking to one or the other. I'm talking to the world. Keep your body away from that shit, okay? Let's go back, guys. This doctor worked in a hospital in Itaperuni for 20 years. He declared that he believes totally in the story of Paulo, referring to the in several testimonies of other people of very good reputation, just as the case of the judge Antonio Sampaio Perez, in which at the time he exerted two functions on this locality. He saw the apparition of a flying saucer, guys. Sorry, someone's messaging me. So the other case of the man who built boxes, a traveling building boxes, guys, called Benedito Mirando. It was half an hour later, the victim... Oh, wait. Okay, so this guy, the box building guy, half an hour later, he was the next victim of these visitors from space. So guys, this story happened on the same road with two same people, guys. That's completely proof, guys. Imagine, guys. Crazy. He resided on the road of Liberty 248 in Cataguases, state of Minas Gerais in Brazil. He affirms that he was attacked by these weird beings on the BR-40 by the more or less on the bridge of Carangola. The disc landed in front of him, the door opened, and two little men jumped off of the inside. They had lanterns that blinded him for a while. They brought helmets in the Roman style. The beam of lights was projecting in his direction, and he was taken to a height of approximately 50 meters. He was shouting desperately so that these people would make him go down, but his screams weren't heard. They looked with curiosity, and as soon as I stayed in this weird uncomfortable position. So he stayed in this weird, awkward position for 15 minutes, floating in the air, just like a feather. For his salvation, another car appeared, and the man made him go down slowly and disappear. Benedito, which wasn't even touched by the invaders, picked up on his car and went to the police station where he told the policeman. The population of that place, Itaperuna, didn't know what to do. Such was the panic that appeared on the people. Here now, you can consider normal the appearance of these flying saucers in which they appear to have chosen this area city as a base for the study of their inhabitants. Other people that had already been victims of these small men only looked to be attended, to be heard by the police station to tell their adventures that they lived. They haven't manifested until now on the fear of being ridiculed. So guys, can you understand what's happening, guys? So basically, the people from this little town, many of them had been abducted and been experimented or played with by these crafts, and basically, after more people with the credibility appeared on being talked by the police and being talked in the town meetings, they started going to the police themselves and talk about it because they were afraid of being ridiculed. So the police was being flooded by the people from that land, guys. Understand that? Pretty crazy, right? Let's go, guys. The globe underlines that the testimonies So basically, the journal is underlining that the testimonies were very trustworthy and all based with a lot of faith, so very religious. They affirmed that even when they arrived at the hospital, Caetano had a little scratch mark in one of his arms and his eyes were very red. He also said that the testimony didn't look to take any publicity on his adventure, and he didn't matter at all for the TV. He didn't like TV, and he never had seen any movie with extraterrestrial beings on scene. And the same journal tells some interesting details about the little beings that attacked Caetano Silveira. These little beings were very fat, and they brought a hat in the form of conic form. And what is more significantly is that they moved like robots without bending their knees or moving their arms. Oh, this music is so beautiful, guys. The Globe, the journal, also adds that on the day of the incidents, 3 workers of Itapuruna lived about 200 meters from the place where they find themselves. A strong light that was elevating at great velocity. They note a little contradiction on the chronology of the facts. According to the 30th of September of 1961, the two incidents took place on the same day with half an hour interval. But in the Journal of Brazil, the incident of Caetano, Brazil, would have happened on the night of the last Saturday, 25th, and the incident of Benedicto Miranda on the night of the Sunday at about 2 in the morning. So there's a slight contradiction. Curiously, the second text, Caetano, after he had said that he doesn't see or hear anything, he said, I lost the notion of time, but I had the impression that the flying saucer was dislocating at least for a mile. The testimony noticed as well that the disc had moved. Says that it's a little bit admissible as proof, but having in account the state of consciousness of this person, you cannot really say that the saucer only dislocated, only moved about a kilometer. But it's interesting to go deeper on this subject. Neil, good to see you. Face the ace. Big hugs, brother. Really good to see you guys. Okay, so undoubtedly, one of the most amazing elements that we are almost tempted to say is the most unbelievable information about the day of the 30th of September 1971. The episode of levitation of the testimony Miranda provoked by the two beings that came out the flying saucer episode in which it's not narrated. Blah, blah, blah. They had the delicacy of sending us um, further detailed material that wasn't published. So we got some new information, guys. Here, we can, as we can understand, the impact of a luminous beam of light, or at least a pseudo-luminous, that possessed all the appearances of the lights. It had subtracted the weight of our body, giving it ascensional strength or not. This is a question mark. Let's understand better that the testimony that had been under this what crazy wonderful device had been able to levitate without any plausible cause, just like the fragments of metal or the where the car is mounted, the structure where the car is mounted could have been levitated as well, and by any magnetic strength or whatever, I don't know. In comparison, it's also fantastic that um, the simple fact that you point a beam of light to a person and this beam of light can cause an effect without provoking any psychological mal-being, or any abnormality organic to the subject of this experience. So, guys, This, guys, this is the Cuba syndrome, okay, guys? This is the studies that the government is trying to, and these people, they already have this technology. That's how they are able to control us and make us fall asleep. Remember, good tactical army uh, details, so that one once what even if they're cyborgs or robots, one of them always stays next to the saucer, the other two always go in a pair, and one of those two always have a lantern, and they always choose people who are alone so that they don't have anyone fighting them. You know, very interesting, guys. Awesome story, guys. This was chapter 23 of Jack Perrin. The next story, guys, I can tell you. Oh, we can do another story. It's only a page. Okay, we can do another story, guys, quickly. Big hugs, my awesome Neil brother. We're gonna do chapter 24 quickly, okay? Very quickly. So this case is about someone who is in a bicycle and he was struck when he was riding his bike. Another Brazilian case, guys. So, on the night of 16th of July, 1970, Mr. John Baptist Marcelino got to Canalina by bus, coming from Orianopolis, on this place called Papagayos, about 8 kilometers. The night was dark, and the road was third category, practically deserted. Along this way, the road, particularly deserted, he was amazed to see a sort of car lights, very high, luminous, going, coming from the sky. And he noticed an object unknown that made a very loud noise. He felt brusquely suspended in the air and made desperate um, he made desperate tries to dismount his bicycle. I'm just gonna do a little break. Hello, Breezy. Good to see you, sister. Hope you're doing good. Big hug, sister. Um, blah, 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 blah. He was then immobilized during a few minutes. He couldn't scream for help because, after all his efforts, no sounds would go out of his mouth. Oh, nice one, Freezy. Have a wonderful tea and safe drive home. Me and Suspicious Guys will keep you good company on your drive home, sister. Okay, so finally, he felt his bike going slowly to the floor. Then, after he grabbed on to his bike, he was completely free and he started to pedal, but he was struck again, this time involved in a big, profound silence. The episode was, point by point, the repetition of the first. He could finally leave, having followed the trail home, having followed to the house of his brother. He had reacquired his voice again, and he was able to talk what had happened. And then he noticed that he it had disappeared. He had a little package on his pocket with cow kidneys that he brought on the back part of his bike. So he concluded that it could have been aspirated by the ray of light that had made him prisoner. Interesting case, guys. Breezy, get some gloves and a blanket, sister. It's not too cold here. It's about 15 degrees Celsius. It's been raining a lot yesterday, and today it's only cloudy. But it's getting colder now, I think. They say it's gonna change very quickly. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna show you a picture. Look at that, guys. Wow, this is amazing picture, guys. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Huge. Guys, can you see that? You guys are kind of being blinded, but it's the light, isn't it? Yeah, it's the light. Wow, guys, amazing. Look at that. There's something there. Look, there's something there. Black. Can you see? It's been. It's. They say it's a mothership. The cigar shaped. This is another cigar shaped. This one is an Adamski, they say. This one here, it's also a Adamski. Can you see that it's exactly the same as the other one? I'm not a big believer on Adamski, guys. That's the guy who's been, doing things on children, the pedophile. So I don't like him. Still, guys, we have to hear everybody, okay? Okay, so guys, let me just check one thing. I may do another one if it's clicky. Oh my god, we have so many pictures. Oh damn, guys. She. Oh my god, so many pictures, you guys. Orgasm of pictures. Oh my god, guys, you're gonna. She. Okay, I'm gonna do another one, okay? This is another page as well. And you're gonna have an orgasm of picture, guys, okay? So this is in dedication of Preston Dennett and Dolly because Preston Dennett does, and Michael Stratz as well. He does one of the best detailed stories and pictures and drawings. So guys, this case, I'm gonna scream, Linda Moulton Howe, because it says levitation of the cows. Okay? I don't mean to call her a cow, a levitating cow, okay? I mean to say that it's her the cases of the levitating cows and missing the organ cows, okay? Okay, guys, I'm gonna try and wrap it up at 2 hours, so it's gonna be quick. with a bit of picture orgasms, and then we'll finish it up after the pictures. There's the rest of the story. Okay, so actually, guys, no, I was thinking. Let me check if I have anything to do today. Okay, just wait a second, guys. Okay, just 1 second. My God. Hey guys, see this? That's that's less than what you see, okay, guys? It looks much more than it is. It's like 2 sips, okay? Love you guys. Mmm. Oh, precious. Okay, guys, so let's go Linda Moulton Howe for a little bit, okay? Enjoy the music. I love this, guys. Okay, 6 minutes to 2 hours. Okay. So this case, guys, happened on the 25th and 31st of October 1970 on the ranch of Palma Vela, which the property was the owner was Mr. Ildefonso Coutinho. He found himself 18 kilometers of the city of Alegrete in Rio Grande do Sul in Brazil. Um, this ranch, there were two witnesses, the father and the son, that they were guards of this farm. They had to take care of the animals, you know. The father, Mr. Pedro, with 6 years old and practically analphabetic, he couldn't read, and his son, with 23 years old, Euripides of Jesus Trinidad Machado. Wow, long name. He's single and completely analphabet as well. He doesn't know how to read. His cabin was about 150 meters off the area where this happening had place. One of his daughters was at the moment inside the cabin, but she didn't see or hear anything, guys. Oh, Jessica, great to see you, sister. You're blue now. Thank you for coming, sister. Ninja Dave, brother, I'm starting to get my UFO back, okay? So Ninja Dave, so if you see my UFO reports, don't be afraid. These are the questions I'm gonna do, but you only answer what you can, okay, brother? And thank you very much for coming, Jessica. I hope one day I'll be privileged to interview you. And you know that I go very deep, like I did with Tennessee. So I will be going very deep as well until everybody allows it. Okay. Wonderful, Jessica. Yes, Jessica. I'll just tell you. I won't forget it. I'll leave a little space in my channel for you, sister. I just need a little bit more practice before I interview you. But either way, maybe it could be good because I've seen a lot of, not all, but a lot of your shows. So I do have a lot, but you know, you don't want to sound repetitive sometimes. So it will be good, you know. Either way, Jessica, if you just arrived, we're doing a levitation of we basically levitation of cows in Brazil in 1970. And so basically the daughter of this old man, the owner of the farm, she was in a cabin right next, and she didn't see or hear anything at all. It was 4 hours in the afternoon, and father and son were preparing to do a veterinary treatment to 18 animals of their not flock of their sheep, I think. I'm not sure what animal. No, of their cows. Sorry, that were in the corral. They they just had not arrested, but kind of grabbed a cow of Jersey that had a little small, I don't know how you say that. We call it vitelo here. It's a small cow of about 1 month old. It had about 20 kilos of weight. They kind of grabbed them near the corral, and the rest of the cows were free. They were about 5 meters from their mom. Suddenly, while they were treating the cow, the two men noticed that the other cows were starting to get excited. Guys, can you see the Skinwalker Ranch episode when that happened, when Linda Moulton Howe was there? Okay, just imagine that. But because it was animals and they were usually free, uh, they weren't they weren't usually used to be inside the corral. They didn't give much importance. But now the cow that they were treating also started to become very nervous and moving, moving weird. And it started mooing very afflictively, looking for her son that was playing near the door, looking for him with her eyes. The son, Pedro, turned his head to look at the small cow. Meanwhile, he that also starting to moo, and he noticed that this poor little animal was suspended in the air at a height at about 1 meter in an absolutely normal position. He called. Sorry guys, there's a lot of photos here. I'm gonna show you the photos afterwards. He called immediately to his son to look as well, and both of them followed the trajectory of the small cow, and always at the same distance of the ground. It was moving next to them in the same position as before, moving away for the pasture areas. Dumbfaced, both of them remained immobile, stuck to the ground, inert, observing the extraordinary dislocation of this animal. Guys, can you see how weird this is? Yeah. Very strange. Meanwhile, the rest of the cows were mooing, and they were very agitative, with fear, with evidence fear. The little cow was continuing his walking aerial journey in the direction of the doors that gave access to the pastures. He now passed under the branches of a few trees in the direction of northeast until it was at about a 20-meter distance of his mother, cow. He was maintaining always at the same height on the ground, and it continued to further himself. He had stopped mooing, from what the two testimonies say, and the vertical ascension didn't take more than 3 or 4 minutes until the small cow was almost at the same level of the clouds. Now the small cow became invisible. Without knowing the type of clouds that were covering the sky at the time, it's impossible to calculate the height. Wow, guys. What do you think that? Hello, Down Tien Sa. Mind my hello, Danny too. Sorry I didn't see you there. Big hugs. Very strange, guys. Very ghostly as well, isn't it? None of the testimonies noted any other phenomenon: noise, change in color, change in temperature, wind. They came back and continued to the treatment of the cow, now deprived of her son. This happening was told to the owner of the flock, or not of the cows, that didn't really put much attention on it. On the day of 28th of September, still very shaken by that experience, Mr. Machado looked at one of his old friends, Mr. Looked for one of his old friends, Mr. Miguel, and opened his heart, telling him that he was with nerves very close to skin and couldn't understand what was happening. Okay, guys, it's almost finishing the case. Okay, guys, and then I'll show you the photos, and then we'll finish it off. Maybe 5 more minutes. Okay. So there's still some details of the. There's still some details of this inquiry. This happened on the October of 1970, but only in January of 1971, it came to the knowing of investigator Victor Soares, president of the, I don't know, some association. They got friends and family to talk about this happening. This inquiry was made in two stages. The first on the 28th of March 71, in the presence of Victor and some other people, and the second one was the same plus another colleague. The honesty of the two testimonies that lived in the ranch of Palma Vela. These testimonies were confirmed by other people that knew him long time ago, but both were very modest people with a very limited culture. But they are not people to invent stories like this, nor to attract attentions. They are very calm people that express themselves with sobriety, without exaggerations or enthusiastic measures. Therefore, it was very difficult to get the full sighting off of them. They weren't sure about telling the experience, you know. Entretanto, meanwhile, when the investigators insisted so that they would tell if they had or not observed other luminous phenomenon or flying objects on that region, the father and son said that several times, including on the day of the incident of the levitation of the little cow. They had seen, at least during the night, red lights that would come and go, and some stars in the sky. Go. And that some stars in the skies once in a while would stop and follow, making the same dislocation as the in groups of threes. So basically, he saw some red lights that would come and go, and the stars in the sky would stop and follow the red lights. Wow, guys, this looks like the big craft and the orbs following, right? Wonderful. Sorry, brothers, I'm not okay. I'm trying to read a little bit suspicious, guys. Wonderful, brother. Um, and they traveled in groups of threes. So three is the number of God, remember. Mr. Victor Suarez added that by then there was a cable of high electricity that it passed of more or less on that area about 120 meters from that place, and that these cables established communication between the thermoelectric central station, Oswaldo Aranha, and the city of San Francisco of Assis, following after to Allegretti. So this trajectory, followed by the little cow, when in a state of levitation and in a 1 meter from the soil, was parallel to this cable of high tension. Misty World, sister, awesome to see you. Big hug, sister. Love you very much. Um, on the ranch of Palma Vela, the investigators were informed that they had never had detected any more signs of that small cow. So that small cow never returned, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of pictures now. I think maybe it would be better like that. Let me check. Ah, wonderful. What do you think, guys? Okay, so this is the first Adamski pictures. Okay, I'll show it better, guys. Wonderful. Okay, I'll put some music now for you guys to go on a happy note, okay? Okay, we've seen these motherships. These ones here, I think, are Adamski as well. 9th of March, 1951, Palomar Gardens. That's nice, guys. Wait a second, guys. I'm gonna put my headlamp on. Wait a second. Okay, looks better like that. What do you think, huh? More old school, right? Wait, guys, I have to put this in a better... The light cannot be on the same way as the cell phone. Okay, old style, guys. That's how I like it. Wonderful. There we go. Okay, so that top one there is Stephen Derbyshire of 13 years old in Corniston, England in 15 February of 1954. So guys, this kid was 13 years old when he took this photo. Can you see the landing gear there? Here? Wow, guys. Very interesting. Okay, I'll use this pointy thing here. See landing gear there? 1954. This one here, the middle one, is numerous photos taken by Paul Villa in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 1963, 16th of June. What do you think, guys? You can almost see the portholes there on the side. The top is a bit, look, the top here looks a little bit cut. I don't know, maybe it could be a light effect. This last one here was over Korea in 1952 by the US Marine Air Group. Okay, so guys, I've seen a video of a huge mothership over Korea, and people say that Kim Jong-un he's in contact with them. That's why the American military don't like him very much. That's what I've heard, guys. Probably Kim Jong-un is already in contact with some aliens that probably are in contact with the governments. Do you think it's true, guys? I'm just telling I'm not saying the American government, guys. I'm saying the shadow government, okay, guys? Remember that. Because America is everything, guys. It's made of our awesome friends, but also made of a lot of disinformation. Like everywhere else. At least you got it, because we in Portugal don't have nothing. They don't talk about it. You can see the UFOs are very different, guys. This one here is more of a, pointy there, small dome. This was taken by Marine US Group with authorization of Dr. W.M. Gordon Aller, producer of a movie Overlords of the UFO. I think I've seen that movie. Okay, guys. Oh, it's taking longer. Sorry. Okay, this is another cigar taken by Joseph Ferrier, Rhode Island, 3rd of July, 1967. And I think this one here is the close-up, and you can see the portholes there. Can you see? Look. Oh, wow. Wonderful, guys. Okay, let's go, guys. This is observation from a radar of a formation of UFO over Washington in July 1962. Okay, so this supposedly is the radar. But guys, is anyone... Oh, no, sorry, the radar is this, okay. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, wonderful, guys. Gee, that's... Corbell, stick this up yours, Corbell. You're nothing, Corbell. We are everything, Corbell. You're nothing. Remember that. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at this. Corbell, show us this. You quantum karate insult. Show us this, Corbell. Why don't you show us this, Corbell? Stupid. Okay, I don't know what's that, guys. It's very strange. Maybe that's the UFO there? Jessica, you can see that we have a lot of places we can do remote viewing, you know? A lot of places. This here is a radar over Washington on the 19th of July, 62. Object in the center. I think he's talking about this one, maybe. This one here. Surrounded by airplane interceptors. Okay, so this is they got this from I don't know. Weird, guys. It may be this one here, this lower down, the object in the middle, I think. Maybe the object is here and then the airplanes. Or it's there, I don't know, I cannot even see. This is a bit stupid, guys. I'm maybe there, this one may be here, yeah. This one is there, and that one is there. Okay, that's a bit confusing. Okay, so now we're going for the Billy Meyer, guys, look. That's a Billy Meyer. Oh no, it's Adamski. Sorry guys. Yep, exactly, Skies. Exactly, brother. Look at the portholes over there. Wow, guys, beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Wow, nice detail there. Okay, this one here is a bigger one. Look, guys. Huge one. This is the spatial Venusian device. Adamski says 13th of December, Palomar Gardens in California. So guys who lives in California, please keep them coming, okay guys? I need more proof, guys. You guys are gonna help me. Skies, I will get you too, my brother, and I want to talk with you about your experiences as well. Don't worry, I will get you, brother. I just have to follow what my heart tells me, okay, brothers? The order. Okay, so this is another Adamski. This is his wife, I think, who gave them. Okay, this is another picture taken in presence of Adamski. No, this one here. Oh no, okay, this one is the top one. Okay, this UFO is from Italy, 1968, May. Kind of sleek, right, guys? I don't know what's this here, this bumpy thing down here. But can you see it looks like a triangle, guys? Do you see the triangle? Okay, there's a triangle here going from there, 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 and there. There's a triangle there, guys. Can you see? Ooh. Oh, I love this music, guys. Okay, so this is a UFO taken by Sergeant Gerard Baker in Palomar Gardens. Can you see, guys? It's quite big. Look. This one looks like the Billy Meyer close-ups. I don't like this. I don't like these. Okay, so this one here. Squirrels, brother, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Really feel I'm very appreciative you guys came, guys. My awesome friends. Okay, so this is a UFO taken in San Francisco, 1952, October. Look at it. I hope you guys are enjoying the photos, guys, because I'm really enjoying them. I'm glad I'm just checking them now. Okay, so this is Joe Kurska, San Francisco, 10th of October, 1956. Wow, look at this sleek, guys. Look at that. Sleek, guys. Very sleek. Never let me go. Me go. Guys, I just want to leave a message to the UFOs. I do love you guys, UFOs, okay? But I don't want to be taken, okay? Only if it's to go to the sky and come back. I don't need to go to any other planets. I want to stay here, guys, okay? Don't make me cry. Okay, so this one is Bakersfield, California, 1956-57, so they're not sure. This one looks like Adamski as well. Okay, so this one down here is Guy B. Marquand in Riverside, California, USA, 23rd of November, 1951. Guys, if this is someone throwing a saucer in the air, you know. Can you even see this discoloring here, guys? Can you see this? Can you see that? Can you see that, guys? There's a black mist over there. What do you think that is, guys? Could this be faking pictures at the time? I'm not gonna say. Ninja Dave, keep them well stored, brother, so that when I interview you, my brother, okay? No, I think this goes, actually, look, can you see this dark spot goes down here? So I don't think this is a faked picture. This most likely is some sort of a mist or a problem with the printer, because can you see these scratches here as well? Guys, remember, I'm just throwing ideas, guys, okay? I'm not saying I believe that or not. Okay, so this is a photo of the moon with the UFO down there. It's taken by R.P. Reina on the 1st of December 1965 on the observatory of Adara. So guys, there are pictures of observatory, guys. Okay? There are pictures of observatory, guys. I don't know what it means, this. Okay, so this letter here is a painting, guys. It's a fresco from the 14th century on the Mount Athos, Karkai Prototon in Grecia, St. John and Prochoros. Okay, so I'm here, guys, okay? I'm this old man here, remember. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Okay, so let's go what they're talking. If there's any UFOs here. Oh my god, guys, this is the original letter. Oh my god. Oh, I can understand. This is Spanish. Oh my god. This is the original letter from the guy of the observatory. Let me see if I can say, if I can translate you guys. Oh my god, guys, it's not easy. Okay, so he's thanking him for sending the photos of the UFO. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna have to check this letter I'm gonna leave here a little thing to remind me. This letter, I'm gonna have to read it because it's from Argentina. So this fresco here, I was checking out if there's anything there, but there's nothing there. Okay. Mythology, Hindu mythology, this graver showing the vimanas or the cars of the gods. Okay, so those are the flying cars up there. Can you see, guys? You see that on there? It looks like a donut craft. This may be the sun, I'm not sure, but that's a craft there, guys. That, I don't know, that's an eye. It's interesting, guys. Very interesting. This is a Hindu marriage. Friends with Monster, awesome brother. Thank you for stopping by. Big hugs, brother. This is a marriage of a Hindu marriage, and this graver shows the small vimanas up there. Look. Wonderful. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. Look, the vimanas up there. Can you see them? This one is kind of triangular shaped. Okay, so this is a photo taken by a Polaroid by Sheriff Ackerman at Giant Rock, USA. These people seem to be coming away from the... And this is him. Let's go, guys. Oh, Bigfoot! Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so this is the photos of that kidnapping in Bubdoro that I done. Chapter 3, guys, okay? So these are the pictures of all the cases I have done already, okay? This is the man. That's the craft. Those are the beings. Wow, look at that, guys. Amazing. Cheers, guys. We've seen this picture already. I think that's what one of them is carrying on his hands. And that's like the box with the pyramid hole going inside. Look at that. Wow, guys. Who gets these weird ideas? Okay, so number 1 is the UFO seen by Antonio da Silva. 2 is his kidnappers. A with the mask. And B without a mask. So it's the same, okay, guys? 3, the weapon that projected the ray. 4, compartment where Jose spent a few hours. 5, Jose da Silva. I think this might be 5. 5, Jose da Silva. Sorry, guys. This is the man. Sorry. Wow, guys. 1675. Sorry, this is not the date. Sorry. This is the address, okay. This all came from the Brazil. Big compartment, guys. Look. Remember where he was taken to talk with the other people from that other planet? Okay, so this is the case of Homo, chapter 9. One of the six pictures of the UFO observed in San Jose Valladera, Spain, 10th of June 1967 by hundreds of people, guys. So this one was viewed by hundreds of people. This was the mark of the landing, guys, of one of the landing gear. This was the nickel tube, pure nickel tube found in several places, containing a sheet of plastic with the sign UMO, UMMO. And underneath that sign is raised this sign here. Wow, guys, have you seen this mark before? Please guys, if you've seen this mark, do a print screen and leave me a message, okay, guys, in a comment. This is very important. This mark is this mark, okay, guys? You can see that it's the same mark. Yep, the same mark, guys. The only difference that the two ones are hidden. This is the digital impression. And there were letters. Wow. So this is the sign from the Humo. So Humo is some enterprise from, from here, from planet Earth. But so this may be associated, this symbol is associated with, it could be invented as well by other people. Okay, guys, sorry about the time, but this is freaking interesting, right, guys? This is a lair of UFO. They say this is a nest of UFO, uncovered and photographed by John Stefano, 74 years old, in Ohio, USA, 1967. Can you see? Guys, I will tell you, when I saw the UFO, the missile going from left to right like that, it was leaving sparks like this, but not, maybe continuous, right? But not on the front. The front, they were all being shaken behind like that. Can you see? This way is like that. All this way. And going from left to right like that. Wow, this is interesting, guys. My neck is killing me. This is the landing gear in Queensland, Australia, 1966, taken by George Pedley. Can you see, guys? This is the Alpha Zima field in the Alps, and this is where the UFO landed, guys. Here, look at the person. 1967, showing the space where nothing grows. Remember this case, guys? Alpha Zima, Preston Dennett done a report on the fields of Alpha Zima. Alpha Zima has a name. Please check on translator. I cannot remember right now. Okay, this is 1971. Alternating and green-orange undersurface. Rim appeared to spin. Lights flashed green and orange. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh my god, my cell phone is gonna uncharge, guys. Let me see if I'm lucky. Wow, guys. Saved by the bell. Let's hope it doesn't go off. Okay, guys? 1971. FSR 1968. Milakovic, England. This is his description of the other one. I think we've done this one. This one here is lights at night, observed at the Reunion Island in 1968, 31st of July. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. I like this one. GPA, São Paulo, Brazil. This is a drawing of a case in Brazil, São Paulo. This UFO here was in Salt Lake City, 1952, Santa Monica, from the book On Board Flying Saucer. Wonderful, guys. That's the last page. Wonderful, guys. Croquis based on Observer of Paul Green, Essex, 1975, 14th of September. Just wait a second, guys. Guys, I'm gonna have to leave very soon, but I'll finish this. 1975, 14th of September, Paul Green, Essex in England. This one was the UFO observed in Spain. Wow, this one is good. I'm not sure if this is a picture or a drawing. Maybe a drawing, I'm not sure. But it looks like a picture. Okay, this is a drawer of Joel Mesnard of a flying disc observed near Trancas, Argentina, 1970. Wow, guys. What a freaking afternoon. What do you think about that? My God, guys. My neck is killing me. Guys, love you very much. Thank you for coming by, guys. You really made my day, okay, guys? Misty World, Mark, Skies, friends, Jessica, Misty World, really nice to see you here. Mark, you guys make my day. Ninja Dave, I think you don't have a Facebook, right? Because I've sent you my link of my Facebook. So if you don't have Facebook, Ninja Dave, we need to find another way to contact each other so that we can arrange times and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try thinking of ways I can contact you, brother, okay? Oh, maybe you can leave me, I can leave my email too. I'll leave you my email on the comment, okay? Squirrels, brother, really nice to see you. Always good to see you. Please connect with each other, guys. We have a wonderful community here, okay, guys? Freezy Peach, love you very much, sister. Get warm, sister. Daotian K, CA, really nice to see you, brother. I'm giving you blue, okay? So hope you come back. Cryptid Huntress, awesome sister, always a pleasure. Danny Staten, good to see you, brother. Keep humble, brother. Humility is good. You're gonna love it, brother. Castle Dude, you're good. Neil, brother, good to see you. Face, love you, brother. Derek, Wu Train, Ryder, big hug. Carrie, sister, love you, sister. Good to see you. Jojo, love you, sister, as well. Terry, brother, love you. Big shout out to my brother, Dogman, to GG, Gorilla Gamer, Wally's World, Susie B, love you, sister. You're awesome, Susie B. Dougie Doug, keep it up, brother. Keep coming and keep your wonderful videos. I want to see some UFOs going on your street, brother. Terry B, love to see you. Always a pleasure. Let's go, guys. It's time. Barnacles, Blistering, Tim Windsor, love you, brother. Daryl Calhoun, always a pleasure seeing you, brother. And the first person who was here was Daryl Calhoun. No, Jamaican. Stickman. No. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. See you on the next one. Okay?